Gold Town Casino, where you'll get the most bang for your bucks. Top-notch live gaming action, superior dining at Bougainvillea Cafe, and impeccable service you'll never want to leave. With surprises in store every day, why go anywhere else? All here at the Gold Town Casino.
According to the report, on October 4th, deputies received information in regards to a possible murder or a dead body dumped out in the desert. They were advised that on or about August 25th, they were told that two people had dumped a dead body in the desert after finding him dead at a residence at 3700 Dyer Street. They were told that the victim, David Pucci, had gone over to the Dyer Street address to get high, which is the residence of Ron and Joe Hoover. According to the information gathered, the victim, David Pucci, got high and then began acting weird. While David was at the residence, at some point, someone had poured chocolate syrup over his face and upper torso area, thinking that it was funny that David was acting strange. According to deputies, they were told that the suspects thought that David was having some kind of adverse reaction to the heroin that they had given him. The next morning, the suspects discovered David dead. Instead of calling the police, they loaded him up in a vehicle and dumped his body out in the desert. According to interviews done on the suspects, David Pucci was loaded up in a trash can with wheels and pulled out of the residence and placed in the back of William McDermott's vehicle. The body was then transported out in the desert and left. The suspects, however, returned back to the residence of Hoover, and they discovered that they had found David Pucci's wallet and one of his shoes left behind. According to the interviews conducted by the police, the suspects drove back out to the body and returned the wallet and one of the shoes. On Monday, October 8th, a search warrant was conducted at the residence of 3700 Dyer Street. Multiple items of drug paraphernalia was found at the residence, including the narcotic heroin. Joe Hoover was the only occupant of the residence when the warrant was executed. Joe Hoover was taken into custody on conclusion of the warrant. William McDermott and Ron Hoover were later located at the residence at 280 Lexus Street. Ron Hoover and William McDermott were found and taken into custody. William McDermott was taken into custody when a marijuana grow was found outside in plain view during the search for Ron Hoover, when he tried to hide when deputies showed up on scene. All suspects were interviewed and a confession was gathered and determined what really happened to David Pucci. The girlfriend of William McDermott was later arrested for her involvement, knowing about where the body of David Pucci was placed out in the desert by her boyfriend, and then lying about it when confronted. Huffman did not want to say anything originally because, according to the police report, she did not want to get her boyfriend in trouble. They are being held on multiple charges, including second-degree murder and many drug charges. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.